Hello.
You found us again.
Welcome back to Passions Post-Show. Nope. Passions Podcast Post-Show. The couch.
The couch.
You've reached the couch. Please leave a message.
Welcome to this place of comfort where we discuss passions.
Yeah.
So today we have an email from Zach entitled James Hyde, Kim Johnston Ulrich Interview. Thank you for sending this.
Yep.
And I think we're going to go through this together.
Yeah, we're going to read it. So here we go. Zach says, "Welcome back, ladies. First, a little bit of personal news. I successfully defended my dissertation last week, and in December, I'll graduate with my PhD. The Passions Podcast historian becomes an official historian. Congratulations!
Congrats! That's a big deal.
Congratulations! You're number one.
You're an historian.
Yes.
That's bad.
That was good. Okay, now on to passions. Did you really have to point out that Ethan was technically cheating with Teresa? You make a beautiful love story sound kind of tawdry. Well, babes.
Yeah, we had to point it out. That's what our show is.
That's what we do here.
We talk about what's happening.
And it is kind of tawdry.
And it isn't technically.
Yeah.
Like it is cheating.
I mean, he kissed her.
Yeah. I don't know what's technical about it.
Yeah. To be fair, Gwen served Ethan up to Teresa on a silver platter, demanding they spend so much time together while she was out of town. Nature just took its course. Now on to the main event. Another one of the interviews I found. This one with James Hyde / Kim Johnston Ulrich. Do I say that right? Ulrich.
I think.
I feel like I've always put an R in the wrong place.
You're putting
Ulrich.
an extra R.
Ulrich
there
is
you
what
go.
it is. AKA Sam and Ivy. It's not quite as hysterical or lascivious as Ben Masters, but it's still fun. Enjoy.
All right. Let's enjoy this. I'll ask the first question.
Go for
Hi,
it.
Kim. Hi, James. How are you? You two are really good actors. Thanks for taking the time to chat with us fans. What is the best thing about being on Passions? It looks like such a fun show to be on. What is a typical day like for you on set?
That's so many questions.
That is.
Okay. Kim says, the best thing about being on Passions is that it is a really, really fun group of people. It's a really nice cast to work with. James says, usually it depends if you have to come in the morning or the afternoon. If it's in the morning, you get in at 7:15, and then we do dry blocking first thing in the morning. Dry block means we will just go through the stuff that we have to do through the morning until 12:30. Then we work pretty much all day. It's been pretty light lately because we don't have as many scenes as we used to. Starting the show, we had to introduce all of the characters, so it was a lot of work, and now it is getting a lot better and a lot easier. But we generally work between 8 and 10 hours if we are in a day. Then we go home.
Kim says, I would have said there are no typical days. Every day is an adventure.
Adam's auntie asks, how did you two get your start in acting?
Kim says, I started studying in New York. My husband was an actor, and he got me started.
James says, my first was winning a contest in Miami to read for Aaron Spelling. I think it was in 1997. I was reading for Sunset Beach. Editor's note, and I believe this is Zach saying this, Sunset Beach was a relatively short-lived soap on NBC. I remember Sunset Beach.
I needed the notes.
I watched it.
So thank you. Thank you, historian. We have another question. Do you watch yourselves on TV and keep up with the show? And if you could play any other character besides your own, who would it be?
James says, not all the time, but when there's a big storyline going on for Sam, I really tend to watch and see how things are going, but I usually keep in touch with the show, even if I'm not working on it at the time. I'll watch the show as much as I can to keep tabs on everybody. I'd probably be Julian. He's got the best lines.
He does have the best lines.
He's got some good lines.
Kim says, I'd be Tabitha because she was fun too. I love my part too, but she gets to be evil and it looks fun. Ivy gets to be a little evil sometimes too. Yes, I fast forward and watch my parts. Absolutely. I have to see how my hair looks that day.
And it always looks flawless.
She always looks great.
She always looks great. Yeah, Ivy's evil.
Yeah, she's doing some evil shit.
Fucked up shit.
Yeah, but Tabitha is like zany. You know,
Yeah.
like Ivy still has to have like her center in some kind of reality.
Yeah, well, Ivy's evil is like centered in her humanity, and what's this other woman?
Tabitha.
Tabitha's evil is like centered in like the occult.
Yeah.
So
right.
I guess that is a little more fun.
Yeah.
This other person said, Boo Guest 899. Okay. Says, do you keep your wardrobe?
James is like, no thanks. Sam and James are two entirely different people, so I wouldn't want to keep mine, especially the cop uniform. Pants are a little too tight.
They're exactly the right tightness.
It's purposeful.
They are supposed to be that tight,
Yep.
and they're exactly the right cat suit tight. They look so good on his ass.
That peach.
Kim says, no, we don't get to keep it, but they let us borrow stuff, which is even better.
That is
Actually, that is better because they probably launder it and everything.
And then it's not taking up space in your closet.
Yeah.
We have another question
From
Crazy
Crazy
K.
K.
What has been your favorite scene to do so far?
Kim says, that's hard. There's been a lot. I'm enjoying tormenting Eve a great deal. Tracy Ross, I'm enjoying it.
We're enjoying it. Those scenes are electric. James says, I've had some good scenes with Kim that I like a lot, and it's only planting seeds for what is going to happen in the future. But I've really enjoyed those.
Passions Forever asks, is it fun taping the flashbacks from the 70s when your characters were together? Ooh.
James, I wish they would last a little longer. The flashbacks tend to go by a little too quickly.
Kim says, at first I was terrified having to be young Ivy 20 years ago. Now I just think they are a hoot. I love the wardrobe they come up with. I laugh every time I see it. Me too. Us too.
And James says, when I first came down in that outfit with that wig on, I about left and went home. After I got over the shock, I think it was fun.
That wig was terrible. That horrible like Caesar cut.
We talked about it for a while.
Oh, it was so
It was bad.
It made him look older.
It made him look stupid, but I've worn wigs that made me look stupid.
Yeah.
So you don't get to do your own hair sometimes.
Princess Sheridan 2 says, Kim, I love your wardrobe. Who does it for you?
Our wardrobe department, Julie Engelsman.
Yeah. Wardrobe.
There's a
does
department.
it. Yeah. James, they do a really, really good job under the circumstances trying to wardrobe 22 principals and all of these extras. They do a really good job. Aw.
And it's one person is the wardrobe department?
I think she's the head.
That's what I would assume.
Yeah.
22.
Because he says they do a good job.
Yeah.
So I'm sure she has a team.
Yeah, she's probably
Yeah.
the head honcho. All right, Ivy and Sam Forever asks, James, what's your favorite thing about playing Sam?
I enjoy being a cop. I just wish we would have more cop things to do. Sam would fuck them up. There's not enough crime and harmony. That's what he says. There's not enough crime and harmony. I'm going to have to arrest Ivy. Put the cuffs on her.
What?
There's plenty of crime. You still have 2 unsolved murders.
Sam is not a good police officer.
And James seems not to recognize
Yeah,
that.
well,
he
you
likes
know.
his character too much.
Yeah, you're a little too close to your art.
Yeah.
Kim has a question that says, do you like to play any sports? Which seems pretty random. But Kim says...
Oh God, does it show? Laughing is my answer. LOL, no, actually I don't. Is shopping a sport?
Is such, I feel like that's such a 90s,
Ivy
a
thing.
90s answer, but also an Ivy answer.
Yeah. Is shopping a
Perfect.
sport?
Is shopping a sport? Is butter a carb?
Or
Oh
better.
God, that's the perfect answer.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. What is the funniest thing that has ever happened to you while taping a scene?
Kim says, Ben Masters. He has done some takes that have made me lose it.
James says, there was a time when Grace, who plays my wife on the show, it was Christmas time, I think, when Father Lonigan was doing something. It wasn't anything big, but we had worked so many hours and he had fallen over or tripped or something, and we lost it for over 20 minutes straight. We had tears and were laughing so hard we were crying.
Oh my God, they're just laughing at this blind priest. I mean, I know it's the actor, but still, like, he would have been in costume.
That's making me laugh. It also probably made them laugh because they're like, oh, we shouldn't be laughing at the actor who's playing a blind person because he tripped and fell. But then it's like when you're not supposed to, when something funny happens at church and you don't want to laugh, but you start laughing, but then you try to stifle it, which makes you laugh more.
It makes it worse.
It feels like this.
Like, you can't look at each other.
This is what it feels like.
Yeah.
And it's late. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Comma guest? Whatever. This person says, what 3 words would you use to describe your characters?
honest, devoted, and conflicted.
Yeah, that's what James said. Kim says determined, delusional, and dastardly.
Ooh,
yes.
yes.
Those are perfect.
Those are perfect.
Those are perfect. She is delusional.
She is dastardly.
Yeah, and quite determined. Yeah.
We have another question. Hey guys, if you could pick just one word to describe each other, what would it be?
Kim says, assuming you mean in real life, aromatic is how I would describe James. He smells fabulous at all times. We were discussing it in makeup the other day. Oh my God, I need to smell him now.
James says, for Kim, I would say charming.
Aromatic.
Aromatic.
I love it. I love it.
These two seem hilarious.
Yeah.
They just seem like they
Yeah,
do
they're
seem
not
charming
trying.
and funny, and they just are. Yeah, they're not trying. They're not in any kind of character. They're just funny people.
Yeah.
Aromatic.
That's hilarious.
She's funny.
The next question is, if you weren't actors, what would you be?
James, I would definitely be a rock star. No doubt about it.
Rock on. Kim says, James is a really good dancer. I don't know. Oh, sorry. James is a really good dancer. I didn't know he was a singer. Unemployable at this point. My only talent. She's unemployable. She can only act, is what she
She's
said.
very
is what she
employable.
said there.
If you could change one thing about your characters, what would it be?
Ivy would be thinner,
Aw.
is what Kim says.
James says, I just think to have Sam be a little more in touch with his dark side. Yeah, he is such a goody two-shoes.
Yeah. Yeah.
He and Grace are like so fucking nice.
Yeah. I hate that Kim said that Ivy would be thinner.
I know, I don't
that's
like
not
that.
anything about her character.
Yeah.
And that's about how she feels about herself.
I know, that makes me a little sad because she is spectacular looking.
And this next person says, Kim, how do you stay so beautiful?
Kim says, I have a picture in the attic. If you know who Dorian Gray is, winky face, it's all thanks to our hair and makeup department.
James says, Kim is a very beautiful woman. She doesn't need the hair and makeup. She stays beautiful. She stays beautiful. She is very beautiful.
Aw. We have another question. Ivy, you are the greatest villain, but my question is for James. How do you feel about doing love scenes with two women within the same cast?
Ooh, today is my lucky day. Gosh, I got paid for this. What can you say to that? It's a lot of fun working with two professionals like Kim and Dana, and it's been a lot of fun. I see that.
Kim, what was the best storyline you liked doing?
I am enjoying the pursuit of Sam very much.
I would enjoy that pursuit as well.
I wish it would happen a little more quickly, and I like tormenting Eve, as I said, to get Sam.
James, I've noticed your muscles. What do you do to keep in shape?
Eat Big Macs rapidly. Yeah, you get that arm movement quick.
Kim says he works out all the time, which is obvious.
Yeah, of course he
If
does.
someone is really fit, they eat well and they work out. Like,
Yeah.
it's not... Why do actors constantly get this question? They're always asked, how do you look so good? I have good genes. I respect my body. The end.
Yeah, and also, like, they have
A team.
They have a team. They have the time.
They have the
to,
team,
like,
they have the time, and they have the money.
because part of their job is looking good. But
Yeah.
part of James's character, let's be honest, part of his appeal for Passions is that he looks good, right?
Part of everyone's appeal
So-
on this show is that they are beautiful people.
So I'm sure there's like built-in time to his schedule to make sure he stays fit and stays, he can't let himself go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just so silly. Everyone is always asking. Anyway, James says, I go to the gym probably 2 to 3 times a week, and I play a lot of basketball, which is my favorite sport. So a combination of weight training and cardio.
Hi, James and Kim. How are you? What was the most outrageous thing that a fan ever has done to you?
James, I was in New York on Another World at the time and did a fan club luncheon, and a gentleman came up and asked for an autograph and basically wouldn't leave. After saying some pretty rude things, he was escorted out, but to be honest, that was probably the only thing that ever happened as far as that goes. Every other event, the fans have been really awesome, really cool.
Kim says, I don't think I've had anyone be out of line. Recently, I got a letter at home from a fan, which flipped me out a bit, but it wasn't rude or anything. One fan, after the first 2 weeks of the show, wrote that they liked my beautiful legs, but I hadn't worn anything that showed my legs, so I was confused about why he liked them. That was all. Hilarious.
Oh, we get another question. Have either of you ever had a non-Hollywood job?
James says, I was in the military for 3 years, and I bartended in Hawaii, and I did some modeling. There was life before Hollywood.
Kim says, yes, but it's thankfully been many years. I've made that up. Kim says, yes, but it's thankfully been years. I was a nurse's aide in a convalescent hospital when I was young. I worked in a bank, and I did makeup. I sold clothes. I sold all the clothes that James wears in the 70s flashbacks.
Yeah, and that's the whole thing.
And that's it. Thanks for sending that in,
Yeah,
Zach.
Zach, this was a fun read, and we decided to kind of save it, and because it's kind of long, so we dedicated an entire post show to it.
Yes.
So thank you.
Thank you for sending this our way.
Yeah.
They seem delightful.
Yeah, they seem like so much fun. I want to talk. We gotta get some time now that I have quit my job, and I am unemployed. I got time. Get in touch with these people. Set up some interviews.
Apparently, one fan has Kim's home address.
Like what? We gotta get in touch with that person.
No. Yeah. Some people need to learn boundaries. Don't harass these people.
Yeah, no,
they're
crazy.
people.
So,
yeah, no, but we should absolutely reach out. I would love to talk with Kim.
Me too. And James.
And James. And everyone.
Dana, can you imagine talking to Lindsay Hartley?
Oh my God.
I would throw up.
I know.
I'd throw up. I'd cry for sure.
Honestly, like just doing that first interview with Dawn, I was like, I butterflies in my stomach. I was like, and then you start talking and it's fine.
Yeah, and it's fine.
But the thought of talking to like a person whose work you've been watching hundreds of hours of, it's, yeah.
If Teresa means so much to me, I would definitely cry.
Yeah.
I would probably.
We have to get a few more under our belt before we really go for that.
I wouldn't like sob, but I would be like teary eyed.
Like when we talked about the snakes earlier. Like that. I was definitely teary eyed. I cried a little.
Reaction. Yeah. All right. So that's it for the post show. Thank you all for joining us once again on the couch.
Thanks for being here.
And you are my person for life. Is it even a heart?
It's not a heart if you do that. It's just a vagina.
I was doing this.
There you go.
There it is. Bye.
Oh.